Right, let's all. I'm going to go through the solo to Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. You've probably guessed that because that will be the title of the video, but it always feels like you should say that at the start of a video. But I can't talk, so it doesn't help. Hopefully I've got enough of the guitar in, you'll be able to see it, but we're going to be starting up here at 5, 7 up here, and we're going to end up basically at 17 down here. So I might have to do a little bit of adjustment, but it's about as good as I could get it, and the light in this room is shocking. So anyway, let's just cut the waffle, Paul, and I'm just going to crack on. So I'm just going to go through the solo step by step, and I will try and put up another video of me actually playing it through once I find a really decent backing track, or make one, whichever comes first. So let's start. So we're playing, I've got a little bit of distortion on this as well here, so hopefully it won't be too much. We're going to start on the 7th fret on the A string. I'm going to play that with my ring finger, okay? That is an E note, okay? I'm going to then play 5 on the A, which is a D note, and then back to that 7. I'm going to put a little bit of vibrato on that 3rd note, so it's going to be on the A string, 7, 5, 7. Yeah? That's the start of the solo. Really, really cool way to come into a solo, a little bit unusual as well, so I like Richie Sambora, I like the way he does his solos. Cheesy as well, cheesy as hell. So the next lick, we're going to get our first pinch. So I'm going to try and get my pinches to squeal out, but yeah, inconsistency on my pinches has been a problem today, so we'll see how it goes. 5th fret on the D string first though, no pinch. Then I'm going to play 7 on the D string. I'm actually going to play this note twice. I'm going to pinch it twice. So you can hear a little pinch there, it's not great, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to do another pinch, and I'm going to bend it down a full tone. I'm actually going to bend down, that's personal preference. I usually do that on the D string, but it doesn't make any real difference. It's just that once I get past the G string I bend up, the D string I bend down, that's just habitual. But you can bend it up if you want, that's absolutely fine. It's just, that's what I'm going to do. Get a little bit more volume on that so you can hear it, and maybe even hear the note. Yeah, you get the idea. That's better. If I actually play the note properly, it really, really helps. So we've got... That's basically what we've got so far. And then we're going to go back to 5 on the A string, which is a D note, and play that twice. So it sounds a little bit like that I'm actually going to play that note 3 times and play it again, but I don't think he does. I think he just plays it twice. I've listened to it more times than anyone should listen to that solo. And I think that's how it goes, okay? So that's you know, I've listened to it, so you don't have to keep listening to it, but I think it's just 5, 7 with a pinch, 7 with a pinch and a bend, and then 5, 5. Okay? Then we're going to move up here, so I'm going to adjust my guitar slightly. Just got the cat walking over my feet, just give me a sec. Right, okay, I think she's gone. Right, so what I'm going to do here, now, basically the target note is this note down here, which is the E note, 12th fret E string. So the lick basically is going to go like that, basically. So what we're going to do to make it sound super cool is we're going to rake across the strings, okay? So I'm going to play 14 on the D string, and I'm going to hold my 12 all the way down here, like that. So I'm going to get that sound. It's actually an E minor sound, for the sound. But I'm going to do it really quickly. And basically a rake is, I'm just raking across the strings, almost strumming it, and I'm slightly deadening these strings, so I get that kind of a sound. It's very hard to hear on the track, but he does do it, and it's very, very quick, like that. But that's my target note, so if you find the raking a little bit difficult, just aim for that target note of the E string, 12th fret. So it's 14, 12, 14 on the D, sorry, 12 on the G, 12 on the B, then my target note on the E string. It's one of those ones that sounds much better if I do it at full speed. Doing it slowly, raking slowly is actually quite difficult because it's basically just strumming the chord then. But that's what he does on it. He rakes across the strings quite quickly and he ends up on that 12th fret E string, which is an E note. I'm then going to play 14. Now I'm going to play this with my ring finger, and then I'm going to play 15 with my pinky. I don't mind if you go, which is with middle and ring finger. That seems absolutely fine as well. I'm going to adjust so this is a bit more in the middle. That probably, yeah, that looks better. I don't mind if you do that. That's not how I'm going to do it. So, you know, I think in this instance it doesn't matter too much. Then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to move up to the B string. I'm going to play 15 on the B string. Then I'm going to play 12 on the B. Then I'm going to play 13 on the B. Okay, so it's those two lines together without the rake at the start. Then 15 on the B string again. I'm going to play that once. Then I'm going to bend it twice. The first bend, I'm going to bend and kill. I actually kill it with my right hand. And then the second one I'm going to go up and down. Then I'm going to re-pick the 15 and put some vibrato on. Again, it sounds like he might pick twice there. He doesn't. I slightly harmonic that as well. That was accidental, me just being stupid. And at the end of that, it's a very short, what is it? Let me just check. It's about 2 beats, 3 beats, 2.5 beats, something around that. It's in and around there. And then I'm actually going to slide away to nothing really, which is a common thing to do as well. But I can't go very far, so my next notes are up here. So the next little section, I'm going to have a little, it's going to be, it's that. Again, slowly it sounds rubbish, but quickly it sounds really cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deaden the 12th fret on the G string and the B string, okay? I'm just resting my finger on the string. So I get that kind of a noise. I'm going to go down, up with my pick, and then I'm going to push down, and then get that double stop, like that. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing on the next set of strings. So the way that it works, the rhythm is this. So you can go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, okay? I always think of it as Jaffa cake. If you ever forget, that's what the rhythm is. It goes Jaffa cake, Jaffa cake, Jaffa cake, okay? Pro tip for you there, Jaffa cakes. Then what I'm going to do is do the same thing, but I'm going to then play 13 on the B and 14 on the G. So it's going to be down, up, down, yeah? So like that, Jaffa cake, and I'm going to go back to 12. So that's basically it. Well, not quite at full speed, but heading towards full speed. Okay, I'm just getting so excited about the pinches I keep accidentally making harmonic noises, and that is completely accidental, and I apologise. So really, really cool, simple lick, almost a kind of, just a funky lick really, thrown into these slightly bluesy licks, you know, and yeah. He's a really interesting soloist, Richie Sambora, and the way he puts his solos together. They're always very well thought out, which I always like. Next note is going to be 11th fret on the G string, and we're going to bend it only a half tone, so we're basically aiming for the G note, so we're bending an F sharp to a G. We're going to bend it up and down, so it's going to be like that. I think there's a slight pinch here. No, I know I've been, but I don't know. So I think you can get away with a little pinch there, and I think it sounds really cool. And I think he's doing a slight pinch. It's not as squealy as he is sometimes, but it doesn't just sound like that to me, you know? Anyway, then it's going to be 12 on the D, then 12 on the A. Now I'm going to play that classic way to do 2 notes on the same string with 1 finger. First one I play with the fleshy part of my finger. Second one I play with the tip of my finger, okay? Fleshy part, tip, okay? Hopefully you can see that a little bit. So it's going to be... So that's that part of the lick. So we're nearly done. It's a 9-bar solo, which is a very strange amount, but we're basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half through. So we're more than halfway. I'm going to do the same rake as we did before, aiming for this E string. 14 on the D, 12 on the G, 12 on the B, and then 12 on the E. Yeah? Then 14 on the E, then 15 on the E. You might recognise this. So, same on the B string as before. 15 on the B, 12 on the B, 13 on the B. Then we're going to play 12 on the B, and then 12 on the G. Little vibrato. Then 2 bends on the 15th fret B string. First one is a tone bend, so actually they're both tone bends. I don't know why I said that like I was going to say. What I meant to say was the first one's a crotchet, so it's a 1 beat bend. That's what I was trying to tell you. And the second one is a dotted minim, which is 3 beats. So if you think it's in 4/4, the first one is the first beat, and the second one is all the other 3. So you're going to vibrato the second one. Okay, like that. And there's lots of oohs coming in now. Classic bit of Bon Jovi oohing. Okay, so that's the main chunk of the solo. So if I just kind of go through, I'll go through relatively slowly because I'm going to have to adjust slightly. And now we get our kind of modern 80s lick, which is really just some 6th notes played, I think, basically as quickly as he can muster, which is fair enough because it's pretty quick. So it's 14 on the G, then 16 on the G, and then 17 on the G. Again, you can 1, 2, and 3 this with your fingers. I'm going to 1, 3, and 4 it. Hey, cat. She didn't like that. And obviously with your pick, down, up, down, okay? I'm going to economy pick this, again, just to help ease of movement. That is personal preference, but I think it's an easier way to do it, but I don't know whether that's how he did it. So I'm going to go 14, 16, 17 with a down. Then I'm going to move on to the B string 15th fret. I'm going to play 15, 16, 17 twice. Okay? So it's literally, he's just trying to play really quickly. So he's playing something that you can get away with playing really quickly. So and so it's going to be, and so picking, it's going to be 4 ups, picking down, up, down, and then I'm going to go down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. And because I'm moving on an up pick, then the next one's obviously going to be down. We're going to play 15 on the E string now, then 16 on the E, then 17 on the E. And we're going to do a big bend on that. And we're actually, that's when we're basically coming back into the... all that kind of jazz. It's not very jazzy, you know what I mean. So it's... lots of vibrato, try and not burp. Cat staring at me. I don't know why. I fed her just a second ago. Anyway, don't get distracted by the cat. That's basically it. That's the whole solo. It's 9 bars. You've got a couple of really cool techniques, lots of pinches. If I ever do some, I'm sure I'll do some of his other solos because I really enjoy how he puts his solos together. But he often does that. He mixes and matches where he's got these modern techniques, a bit of funky stuff, something that's a bit bluesy. But a lot of his runs are like that, where they're not, he's not trying to think, he's not thinking, oh, I'm playing in E minor pentatonic and so I'm going to throw in some extra notes to make it sound like Dorian or anything like that. He's literally just like, well, I'm going to play this as quickly as I can, get these 6 notes, 6 notes per beat done as best I can and hope for the best, which I can completely understand. And you see that from someone like Van Halen does that a lot, where he has a lot of his lines are just the same on every single string. So he's not thinking in a scale, he's just thinking of a shape and he's like, oh, that sounds cool. And a lot of other players in the 80s did that, and that's what Richie Sambora is doing on a lot of these solos. If you wondered, which you probably didn't. But that's it, that's the whole solo. I hope you enjoyed that. I can't believe I did that in under 15 minutes. I got through that solo, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I'm going to go see what's up with the cat, and I will see you next time. Peace. I can't believe I just said that, so embarrassing. See you later, bye-bye.